welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie. So today I have a video on how I'm going to be setting up my recipe keeper. So initially, my thought for going into the new year, I wanted to start keeping some recipes that I can pull from kind of quickly. You know, sometimes I get caught up with, doing other things during the day, and then I think of, like what I want to make kind of last minute. But it'd be good if I had all my recipes that are my go-tos in one place. If I'm not going to make it, someone else can make it in the house, and just kind of keep track of them. So as I said, initially I wanted to do a mini, but I thought that, the best thing would be to, if someone gives me a recipe, it's usually on a standard size, like US size standard paper, which is the 8.5 by 11. And, if I want to print off something, I can print it off on that and punch it and just stick it in here, because that size will fit in a big. I have a lot of items that really and truly I just need to use. So these are some snap covers that I had in a big before, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I do have some snap covers, and I do have the binders as well. So as the time goes by, maybe wear and tear, I feel like this will be maybe easier to just kind of grab. I can open it, stick it on my counter, and use it. So let's see how that goes. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I had some old dividers from some planners that I'm no longer using. So these are basically dividers. So initially this divider was from, like, this one says December, and then I have it like going December to whatever months. I have 5 sections in total. So what I did was I used my label maker in order to put down what the category was, and this one is low carb. And then I ended up using scrapbook paper to cover what was on here, because it said it wasn't a picture, it was actually it said December on it. So I had to cover that up, and I ended up choosing just some scrapbook paper items that I had. And then this one has at the back a laminated sheet. So I'm just going to go through these and then show you exactly how I made them. So this is the next one that says dessert. The next one says dinner. And the good thing is I can always take these off and replace them, change them up. If there's some other sections I want to add, I can add those. This is the next one for the kids. And then that is what the back looks like. Forgot to take this off. And then this last one I'm going to show you. So initially this is what it looks like. So you would grab your cardstock, or you'd grab scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper would be the best for the big, because regular paper would, actually, you know what, like regular, if you have the 8.5 by 11, that would work too, but I wanted it to be decorative. So as you can see, at the back is a calendar, and at the front it actually did say, as I said, April. This is my holiday one. So what I did was I put the cardstock here, the scrapbook paper here, cut it down, and then I added this holiday tab, and that is with my label maker. And so what I did was I took one of the big size note papers, I laminated it, repunched it, and then I put 2-sided tape here. And then I'll just show you, because this last one I was like, let me just show you basically how I'm putting it together. So this is just 2-sided tape that I'm using. And then I just peel these off, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to just stick it down. And it's very simple. I didn't want to show you guys because it is very time consuming. I didn't want to bore you guys with something that I could explain, and just kind of show you the last process and see what I meant. Because if I just show you that divider, you'd probably be like, okay, well, I don't get what you're talking about. So as I said, you have 2 separate entities here. You actually 3. So you have so it's nice and thick, and that way when you're turning it, you're not feeling like, okay, it's gonna rip as soon as I turn it. So you have your scrapbook paper or cardstock. You use one of your old monthly dividers, and this is one of the ones from April. You're just gonna line up your laminated sheets. And then why I did this, because initially I could have just stuck down the paper, But what I'm thinking is that I can use this as a dry erase board. So in essence, because it is now laminated, I can write notes here, things that I would like to look up, you know, anything along that line, and use that in order to fill in my pages. So it's kind of going to serve as covering up the back and almost like a 2-for-1, right? So that is what that looks like. And then you just stick the two, and then you have now your dividers. Just wanted to grab some discs. So I am going to use expander discs. That way, as this is filling up, I don't feel like I gotta like take out everything. And once this is full, that'll be it. Then I can sort of archive the book. So let me just put the discs on and then come back. Okay, so here is so what I did was I actually cut these a little wider so that they would fit in there quite easily. And that was from a previous planner that I had. So here it is. And what I'm going to do is put in these dividers first. And that way I can show you. So I'm going to put in this cover. And this is just from one of their like extra cover packs. I believe this one came with like 3 packs, and it doesn't have anything written on it, which is great. Like, it doesn't say the Live Creativity. Okay, that was a mouthful. Live creatively. There we go. And you could use both. You could use either side, which is great. But the pink will go with this pink here, so I'm just going to use the flowers. And then I'm going to put these ones in, and then add as I go along. So as I said, that's low carb. This one is dessert. And you can just put in probably more at a time, but because it is kind of thick, I don't want to bend it too much. So take my time and do it this way. And then this one is the holiday one. So I do have, as I said, lots of items that I have picked up on clearance and kind of all over the place. So this actual dashboard came from a teacher planner, a big teacher planner that I'm no longer using as it is outdated. And I figured this checklist I could put back here. So it's actually a classroom checklist. So what I will do is cover this up and probably put something else and then use this. But this is going to sit in here for now and put in some filler paper. So as I said, I will probably be printing off a lot of recipes as opposed to making my own. So I think I'm just going to actually stick this at the front. That way I can grab and not just put it all in just one section, because that I don't think is going to serve me well. I feel like these are upside down. Yeah, because the wider part I think should be at the top. So let's just flip this around quickly. So I don't know, like, let me know down in the comments what people are using as their recipe keepers. I know they do have an actual recipe keeper. That didn't quite work for me, and I feel like it's kind of hit and miss in finding it, because I feel like it's something a little older now, maybe. I haven't seen any recently, so I wouldn't even know if that's something I can still purchase now. So what I'm going to add here is actually from, because the problem is with Happy Planner is they do not come out with many big size, and that's 11 disc items. So this is a dry erase dashboard from their student and teacher lines, because that's the only ones that tend to come in the big. So I'm going to probably have to just repurpose this. I'm going to see if acetone will take off maybe this meetings and appointments, but I like the fact that this is an actual like divider, as opposed to, so it will serve like dual purpose. As you can see, it says to-dos up here. So I'm going to put this in here to use and go from there as to maybe using my label maker and that'll probably be the safest way, because then that way if I want to use this kind of school school related, I can go back to it. So let's do that. So for now, I will just have it like this, and then I will relabel this to what I need it to. So I'm thinking, because this has kind of like a Monday to Friday here, I'm going to put my, like the food sort of Monday to Friday, or maybe just cover this up. And Fridays, I typically do not like cooking. I usually will order out and get the kids a treat. And that way it gives me a break, you know, gives my husband a break from cooking. And yeah, then we don't have to worry about that. So, sorry for the shaking, guys. Let's do that. And I do have this accessory pack. This accessory pack has stickers. It comes with folders and some other filler paper, which I'm going to use, and then a little tag there. So here is some sticky notes. I want to put this at the front. That way, if I want to, you know, look up a recipe and I'm thinking later on, okay, well, I can go back to it. I have actually bigger ones that I might end up changing that out for. I'm going to put these stickers away for now. Just add some, doesn't want to come out. I'm going to add these folders here. And that way, when I need to store things, I can do so. And then there's this other one that says, "You got this." And then I'm going to stick this one at the back. Yeah, let's do that. And then you get that cute little bookmark too. So I think I'll stick that in there somehow. So if I want to use this bookmark, I think I will just stick it in like this. Like that for now. I don't know how well it's going to stay. Yeah, that might not stay very well there. And use that at the back. And then I'm going to put filler paper at the back as well. So this filler paper just says all of the things. And it comes in pink and blue at the back. And then I can use this. What I think I will do is, I noticed the recipe keepers that you do get from Happy Planner have... and this is just paper that I'm putting in here almost as like a place mark, because if I don't have enough paper in here, these discs will be a little shaky until I can start adding in my actual recipes in here. Then it will fill it up, and then I can start removing some of this filler paper if I'm not using it. So this one I think is great because I can actually make my lists on here as to, you know, what I want to buy, and then maybe put the, not the recipe, but sort of, you know, a reminder of the ingredients I need, or putting down whatever other information I need pertaining to my recipe keeper. So let's just put this the back on. This is the back. I'm just going to stick this one on here. And that is what it's going to look like for now. So I'm just going to, when you put on when you put on new discs on your planner, always good to do this and rotate them. That way they will start to move a little bit more effectively or smoother, because sometimes the papers get snagged on there and then it's very hard to move. So I'm just going to go through it now and show you exactly how is going to be set up. So this will be, as I said, for my recipe keeping, and then I can print out my recipes and stick it directly in here. I'm just going to keep some sticky notes here. I have a folder to put like maybe little recipes that I get from, you know, a magazine or something of that nature that I want to refer back to. And then I just have some filler paper here to start writing down some recipes. I have this dashboard, and then I'm going to relabel it. So I'll probably say like meals for the week, and then I can put all the different ones here. And then I don't need like to contact or to copy, so I will be covering those up with my label maker. Next, this will be perfect because then I can just write whatever notes and just use a wet erase marker. Then I go into my low carb, And then I go into desserts and dinner. And these are for the kids and my holidays. And then my checklist. And then the checklist will be followed by another folder here. And then my paper, basically the checklist here that I'll be using in order to grocery shop. I can fold this in half and take it with me. And then I have everything in one place. Start using up all the items that I have and not just buying for the sake of buying them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this big recipe keeper. It gives you some ideas on using up some of your stash. And I hope everyone is staying safe. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, what you waiting for? And if you are going to subscribe, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. And that way you know when I post next. And I'll see you guys in the next upcoming video. Take care.